Marquez does do it. He finds time in Sector 3 and Sector 4. Grand Prix sponsored by Tissot, and a Tissot watch is going the way of someone shortly.
Yeah, I mean, the lap times throughout this weekend in every session have been super tight. Thrill his home crowd and get himself back on pole position for the first time since 2019. He's got
but one race so far this year. Fabio Quartararo fans have come out in the masses here this weekend. El Diablo has had a smile on his face. Well, and yeah, the McDonald's, it looks like maybe there might be a McDonald's on the way later on.
At the front row, strong and consistent again in FP4.
Marquez, but what you have to remember about the number 93 is that he's far from 100.
Balance on the right side of it, has he, so far this year? Now, this man, FP1 soft is where it really matters. Can he somehow find a way to get that elusive first front row motor?
For KTM, despite the fact that Binder is in Q2. Dan Hussein.
Yes, first time catching up. But also, can you give us an idea? It's looking like the tough time. What do you think that is?
Yeah, I mean, the class is so tough, and then injured his hand. He was sick during the week, another bad weekend, so it's adding up, and then you suddenly get it together, so he's not in. So yeah, he's struggling at the moment, and I think we need to build it up again.
We all know how good Miguel is when things are good, so I'm sure he'll battle back. One for each rider, and I'm sure now that Brad has them both. Does that mean Miguel...
I want to say play more, because you need a little bit of time to, and you mess up maybe one or with Miguel. We are basically back on his last winning bike.
Sorry, about Danny Pedrosa's wildcard in Mazzano. We'd heard some...
We don't have a fresh rear tire for Brad, so we used them all up over the weekend, so there's no... So I'm mad. And yeah, Danny is basically not on the... That's we just stopped it, yeah.
Are you saying that Brad has no more new soft?
But we were not so confident that he goes through. So if you warm up the tire today and you... Correctly.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, there you hear it from the horse's mouth. No Danny Pedrosa into it. He's up behind Pol Espargaro on circuit, and unfortunately, that's the risk you run with tyres, which you have to feel, Matt, will hinder Binder hugely in this session.
You kind of feel that if any fresh tyres at your disposal, when you've got none, well, that mountain just becomes even tougher to climb.
Very close to beating the all-time record set a full 6 years ago.
Goes top of the pile. He was brilliant this morning, FP3. This is the first time in his 7.578. Bastianini, provisional pole, although I think it's fair to say.
It is a 46.908 then for the Italian. He goes fastest, and his teammate goes into
As we complete the first 5 minutes of this Q2 session, Quartararo maximum 0.2, just a thousandth of a second behind Jack Miller in second spot.
Go Bagnaia. Martin's on the charge as well. As always, Marquez goes second.
We've got a Ducati on top spot already. He's trying to make it.
Quartararo's absolutely obliterated Sector 1. Obliterated it. He's over 3T, and he goes pole. 46.8. Great last sector from the Spanish rookie.
Yeah, the Prema Ducati team. Fabio Quartararo then still up by over a quarter of a second. He's deep in the third place. PB lap from Miller, 47.081. It's an all
Need to come here. This is some lap. This is going to be an all-time lap record. And oh, it's so close, but it is
through the final two corners. The pole man in one of the races here last year still can't find himself on those.
The third sector time will flash up as he heads onto the back straight. This is crucial for Mir. Anything above 12th will certainly do for now, but can Mir? That's a good final sector. Will it be good enough to stay in 6th though? 47.2 from Mir.
Excellent record here in Aragon. He's won a couple of Moto3 races in the past from pole position at the moment.
It is incredible, isn't it, when you look at Jorge Martin? 3 pole positions in it.
It might take some beating, that 46.727. Fabio Quartararo, dominant in the World Championship. So good in session. At the moment, he'll be pretty happy. Another front row beckoning for him. He's been on the front row in the last
trying to keep up with this man here.
Big 3.5 minutes or so coming up here for Joan Mir as well. It'll be such hard work fighting your way through the pack, and then of course stressing those tyres, stressing yourself.
Oh, yeah, he was so close to track limits there. He comes through sector 2 and he's up. If Bagnaia could stay within about a tenth of Quartararo through sector 3, going P1, if he makes the final sector clean. This has got to be P1.
Position coming for Pecco Bagnaia. At the moment it is
Wow.
a 1:46.322.
3/10 under the old lap record that has stood for 6 years. An amazing lap.
With 2 minutes remaining, is flying and charging, and that's exactly what Pecco Bagnaia is
It's all that Pol Espargaro can manage at this moment in time. Quartararo's going to
they're just about hanging in there. He's pushing it so hard. Quartararo, nothing going. Sixth place.
Brilliant.
47.278 from the beast.
Outstanding. Not a lot. Marc Marquez at the moment isn't going to challenge either for a front row. Mir is on a personal best lap. This is a huge, huge lap for the world champion on the Suzuki.
At the middle of that second row on the grid, but not a bad job. What can Pol Espargaro do then? At the moment, Esteban in the third and fourth sectors.
What's happened there then? Marquez does do it. He finds time in sector 3 and sector 4 in pursuit of Joan Mir.
He got his head down. He knew there was one more lap in it for him, and he's making it count. It's going to be turns 12 and 13. He'll drop down into turn 14. Fabio Quartararo up by...
I think it's going to be enough, Matt.
Sector 4 is where he's had his problems. There's no slipstream as well for him. 3-2-2. It stands. And Jack Miller,
Miller, what
behind
a lap.
Quartararo, goes into second.
Tim then will not be on the front row. Marquez has been nudged off it by Jack Miller in the closing stages. 1-2 for the Grand Prix of Aragon. What a turnaround.
Brilliant.
In 12 months.
Since the opening round in Qatar. Yeah, those boys, no wonder they're celebrating. Pecco Bagnaia